I thought it would be interesting to start off 2022 with a nice, ambitious video. So the Productivity Project is this whole productivity guide by Chris Bailey that covers almost everything you need to know about productivity. The book has 8 parts and around 26 chapters that cover specific methods, techniques, and mindsets to use and adapt to become a more productive person. And while I was reading it, I really thought that there were specific ideas that really stood out to me, and I think you'll find them pretty helpful too. So today I'll start by talking about what is productivity and why you should want to increase your own, and secondly, I'll be presenting you a few key highlights of the book. Okay, so let's start with part 1. What is productivity? So here's why it can be important for you to learn more about how you can be productive. So we all get the same 24 hours a day to live life in a meaningful way, but most of it is spent eating, sleeping, working, doing chores, or commuting. And in average, people have 2.5 hours a day to spend on leisure activities. So knowing more about productivity really helps you get the most out of your available time. This way you're able to do more of what you love, independently of your busy schedule. Okay, so according to Chris Bailey, productivity is simply a combination of 3 main ingredients: time, attention, and energy. If you manage these correctly, you are successfully improving your productivity. And it's fundamental that you learn to manage all 3 of them. If you don't spend your time wisely, you are not going to accomplish a lot independently of the level of focus or energy that you have. Also, if you can't focus, it really doesn't matter whether you have a lot of energy, and it doesn't really matter whether you were able to free up a lot of time in your schedule, because without focus, you'll never be able to do high quality work. And finally, if you don't manage your energy levels well, you'll never have enough fuel to get everything done. Even if you were able to work in a distraction-free environment and have enough time to do a lot of things. So why should we increase productivity and learn more about it? Being more productive allows you to work towards your goals, which are based on a very individual set of values. How you choose to spend your time tells a lot about who you are and what you value in life. When you maximize your time, focus, and energy to actively work on these, you're getting closer to your purpose. Okay, so now that we were able to get out of the way, how can you actually increase your productivity levels, right? What can you learn in order to become a more efficient person? So let's go to the key highlights of the book. Let's talk about task quality and task equality. We often use the wrong metrics to evaluate how productive we are. We ask ourselves the wrong questions. How long have I been working on this? How many words did I write? How many pages did I read? And we use these very vague prompts to measure how much valuable work we've done for the day. These metrics can be useful for some situations, but they really don't tell the whole story. Were you working in a focused state? Did you really understand the pages you were reading, or did you simply skim through them? Chris Bailey puts this into a very cool short sentence. Did I get done what I intended to? Working with quality is very different from just ticking off something off your to-do list. And also, not all tasks are equally important to you. Some commitments can be more important to your business, to your personal life, or to your career, and this also applies to tasks as well. And this is actually the basic distinction that Cal Newport makes in deep work. Some of your work is deep, and some of your work is shallow. Like, is doing administrative work all day truly productive? Or is working on your passion project more important than just rearranging your inbox for 10 hours? And also, let's not forget, we have to respect our prime time. I've actually mentioned this in several videos, but I do believe that the Productivity Project sheds some light on this in a very good way. Everyone works differently and they experience their days differently. A lot of people are morning people and a lot of people are simply night owls. This is your biological prime time, when you're able to bring the most energy and focus to your highest impact tasks. Just do a small experiment. For a week, track in a simple chart how your energy fluctuates. Try to identify whether you feel a spike in energy after your morning coffee, a workout, or a meal. Try to understand whether there's an energy slump somewhere. That info is powerful. When you understand your biological prime time, you will allow yourself to start navigating and scheduling your day according to those rules. Okay, and when you discover your biological prime time, you need to be very defensive of it. Just save it for your highest value tasks. No need to use your biological prime time to just, organize your inbox, for instance. Also, let's think more about cozying up to ugly tasks. Everyone procrastinates, right? Piers Steele, the author of the procrastination equation, stated that across a lot of surveys, about 95% of people admit to procrastinating. So yeah, basically everyone procrastinates, including the 5% that didn't really admit they do it. Procrastination results of a kind of a battle that goes on inside your brain. And that battle is being fought between your limbic system and your prefrontal cortex all the time. So basically, your prefrontal cortex, the logical part of your brain, is trying to tell you to get up from the couch and finish that report. But your limbic system doesn't like too much effort. It relies on comfort to make you survive. The part of your brain that relies on instincts and just wants to force you to save energy and just remain seated on that couch. However, there are several ways you can try to regain that control and actually win this battle. So one of the things you can do is creating a procrastination list instead of a typical productive to-do list. This procrastination list should have several tasks that you can do to warm up to more boring, overwhelming tasks. Think anything administrative or that requires tidying up or organizing. It will make you feel accomplished and it will probably break the ice. Another tip is to list the costs of your procrastination. Basically, what are you losing right now by not tackling that task? And what will you lose in the future? It's hard to ignore these words after they're put onto paper. And finally, just tell yourself you need to get started. All you have to do is 5 minutes of that task. If you're able to work on that task for 5 minutes, that's great. You can move on to something else. But if you feel fired up and want to keep working, you've just successfully defeated your procrastination. Okay, so now let's talk about working less. It sounds counterproductive, right? Working longer hours means having less time to refocus and recharge, which leads to more stress and lower energy. Working longer hours is not necessarily your only option. You don't necessarily get more done or produce higher quality work just because you're working for longer. So Chris Bailey did a whole experiment on this. For 4 weeks, he alternated between working 90 hours one week and 20 the next to see how much he actually accomplished every single day. And here are his 2 lessons. He actually accomplished only a little bit more by working more hours every single week. This happened because although he was stretching the time he was investing in his work, it was in detriment of his attention and his levels of energy. However, the sense of urgency that he created in himself by working for 20-hour weeks really forced him to look at smarter ways to work. And it also improved his energy and focus so he could work towards that goal. However, as you probably may know, when there was more time available, he just lingered on a task at hand. He also finally understood the difference between being busy and productive. Productivity is just kind of an idea. You can feel productive by working 3 times more, but if you didn't actually produce 3 times more, and you didn't produce 3 times more in terms of valuable content, then you were just busy, not productive. Basically, what you need to do is learn how to invest more energy and more focus into your work so that you can do more things in less time. Okay, so here's what happens when you actually limit the time you spend working on something. So setting an artificial deadline motivates you to spend more energy and focus over a shorter period of time, and then you also create urgency around the tasks, which will flip the task's procrastination triggers. You'll get more excited because now it's a challenge that you want to overcome. Also, there's a time to be creative, and then there's a time where you should be simply focusing on the things to keep everything rolling. Maintenance tasks are essential. They basically support all of your creative and hard work, and although it doesn't seem like there's a huge return by tackling those tasks, they're essential so you can actually produce the other ones for a longer period of time. Incorporating these low return tasks into your schedule is fundamental if you want to ensure you're being productive. Some people enjoy to tackle all of these in one particular day of the week. Laundry and groceries, meal prepping, grooming and cleaning the house, for instance. And for other people, spending 1 day per week, like a valuable Saturday, on tasks like these may seem like a burden. It is for me, at least. So it really depends on your already ingrained habits and the type of work that you do. Chris Bailey, for instance, prefers having a maintenance day, so throughout the week he collects low-return maintenance tasks on a list and does them all at once. But this actually may look completely different to you, and I'll give you my personal example. I really hate batching maintenance tasks together, and mostly I prefer to do the small things as they appear in my to-do list. So things like cleaning up the messes I make, cleaning up my inbox, or doing laundry almost every single day are things that help me stay sane, and they also help me save some free time for the weekend. But of course that there are maintenance tasks that I prefer to do on a very specific day of the week. So for instance, I order all of my groceries for the same day of the week, and then I meal plan and I meal prep as much as possible. That same day is also when I, for instance, maintain and clean my appliances, I groom my dog, I change the bed sheets, and so forth. So you should definitely be able to find your own balance in maintenance days and just create your routine as you see fit. And if you enjoy all things productivity, then I highly recommend you start incorporating more learning, more productivity, and high valuable content into your life. And there's a great combo that basically fulfills all of your needs, which is watching, high quality documentaries on the go, made by great teams, and also a bunch of curated, insightful videos that were made specifically to make you think. And also, they're ad-free. So I think starting off the year by getting your CuriosityStream plus Nebula bundle is a great idea. So CuriosityStream has a lot of documentaries on science, history, psychology, you name it. They're all wonderfully produced and can teach you so much on everything you may think of. I actually have my own list of favorites, which I'll show you right here. And when you sign up for CuriosityStream, you can now access the Smart Bundle. This is a package that features 6 separate streaming services into one affordable deal. You get CuriosityStream, SomTV, Tastemade, Topic, One Day University, and Nebula. All of the videos featured in Nebula are ad-free and sponsor-free. A lot of them aren't available anywhere else. And on top of that, you even have originals which are exclusive and produced for this platform only. My videos are there too, and if you sign up and watch me over there, you also have access to all scripts from YouTube videos, exclusive resources, exclusive articles, and so much more. You can get access to all 6 platforms for $39.89 a whole year. That's basically $3 a month for 6 platforms. So to get this discount, please remember to click the link down below to start watching now. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys!